Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the School Science. My name is Luke and this is the Bramley project. Now, looking over the site right now, you can see that there's been one massive update that has been done to the site as of recent. So, the dock is now officially half filled in. Now, looking at this from my personal point of view, it looks more than halfway filled in. Personally, I'm looking at the lines here and I can see that it looks a hell of a lot more, unless they're counting it as just like the small square that the stadium's going to stand on. In that case, maybe, but the fact that they've actually filled in the back end over here that you can see right now in front of us, this end should not be filled in at this point in time. This should still be open, but I think what they're going to do is once it's completely filled in and the main bare bones of the structure has been done, then they're going to excavate all that out and let the water back in. But as of right now, things are definitely starting to get real. Looking at it, it's actually quite breathtaking to think how much they filled in such a short space of time. Because 2 weeks back, if you look at this image now, you can see that it doesn't look anywhere near close to the top. Now, granted, I was thinking that this was going to be the case, that it was going to come here one day and this thing was going to be mostly filled in. But looking at it, it is really surreal to look at. It's absolutely astronomical how quickly they've operated. And if you look down here at the bottom left right now, you can actually see that there is a small little, it's almost like an excavator. Yeah, it's an excavator pushing the sand further out. So what it's doing right now is it's actually leveling out the sand ahead so that everything should be on a flat plane to the most extent for when we start actually building on top. Also, you can actually see what almost looks like water being pushed out. It's not water, it's like 70% sand, 30% water from what I've been told. It's like a sand-water mixture that allows the sand to flow through more smoothly and it creates less blockages. Also, there was an absolute metric ton of seagulls. They almost took my drone out twice. Flying over this, when I'd finished the recording, they did actually have a crack at the drone, which was quite risky. But thankfully, the drone is safe. The drone is with me right now to my right. And we can carry on doing this. But yeah, as the surrounding structure as a whole, things are progressing nice and smoothly as well there. So you've probably noticed earlier in the video, there was a small square piece just at the side of the site. And there's one just here, just behind the hydraulic tower. They are going to be part of the supporting structure of the site. So these are going to be the supporting structure of the stadium itself. It's what's going to sit on when the stadium is fully built. Now, these are easily covered up. So when, say for argument's sake, Everton move to a new stadium in about 100 to 150 years' time, these pillars are going to be the only thing that's going to be holding it up for the time being. But they can just be covered up and they can make the site look like the old heritage site again. So they can basically take all the sand out of the dock, put that back into the Mersey, fill it back up with water, and it could be used as a dock again. So that's how they've actually done it. It's all in the process of sustainability. And as another piece, some people have been saying, what's going to be the situation with energy consumption of the site? So I have been informed that this is going to be the greenest. They're going to try and make this as carbon neutral as possible when it comes to anything in terms of lights and stuff like that on the site, and the electric on the site, because at the very back of the site, which you can see just here, this back here is going to be absolutely filled to the brim with solar panels running right across, and they're going to be taking advantage of, I believe it is the hydroelectric turbines. They're going to be running somewhere around the Mersey, and they're going to try and utilise the wind power that they've got on the surrounding areas as well. Now, that's enough talk about the site for the time being. Let's talk about Everton as a whole. Right now, the season's went to and fro. We've had situations where we've done well, like really early on the season when our squad was fully fit, but it has become evident that we are just not there yet. We are definitely not there yet. Now, granted, it is Rafa's first season, so we need to be behind him. We cannot keep getting on Rafa's back. We need to be behind him and giving them support. As a manager, it's tough, especially when you're working with players you're not familiar with. It is tough to try and create something good. And he's trying to operate right now with a team that's only got a very limited number. So we just need to be behind him as best as we can, because it's a tough situation he's in right now. he's operating with injured players. He's trying to actually make the team work, and he's going up against the likes of bloody Man City, trying to utilise the likes of Solomon Rondon. It's very, very difficult for the fella. So I feel like in this situation, we need to try and get behind him a little bit more. Now, thankfully, Decore should be back for either Brentford or Liverpool, and Calvert-Lewin could possibly be back for the Liverpool game. Fingers crossed on that one. We need as full a squad as possible taking on the likes of Liverpool. So we just, again, booing the manager does not help the situation. Booing the players, it doesn't really help the situation either. We need to try and get behind them and understand that right now we're operating on basically half, maybe 60% of a full squad. We're missing crucial points, so we need to try and keep behind them and try and, give them the support. Because I always remember in the days of David Moyes when we were facing the battle of relegation, we were behind them back then still. We were still behind them. We cannot become entitled and just start booing them when things aren't looking our way. Now, that's enough of a rant. I do apologise for ranting for so long. I'm going to send you now to Live Luke, who's going to see you to the outro. Take it away, Live Luke. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button down below. Just shows me you like what you see and you want to see more of it. Also, if you want to suggest anything to the channel, whether it be a different camera angle, a different drone approach, or just a different topic altogether that you think I should cover, please put in the comment section below. I always love hearing from you guys, so putting things like that down there means the world to me, even if it's just something as simple as like a compliment. Those things mean so much to me to show me that there is engagement on the channel and you guys are enjoying the content that's coming out. Also, if you're new to the channel, you chose the perfect video to get started on, mate. This is probably one of the biggest updates we've had to the ground in recent history, so this is the best video to get started on. From here, things are only just going to get even more brilliant to watch. This site is going to start growing immensely from here on in, so these videos that are going to be coming in the future, there's going to be big updates after big updates after big updates. So you've chose the perfect time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. You will be one of the first people in line when you hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the bell to guarantee that, just because YouTube's algorithm can be a little bit weird from time to time. This will just guarantee that the videos will be pushed into your feed. Also, I'd like to say a big thank you to our 4 patrons here, being CT Baz, Mal, Mark Bones, and Martin Evans. Martin Evans is the newest member to the Patreon team, so if you want to be like Martin Evans and get yourself in here in the name and get 24 hours early access to any of our new uploads, go over to the Patreon. We have got 2 tiers there, so the first one being the cup of coffee tier. Now with the cup of coffee tier, it is essentially just almost like a thank you, like you were just passing me a pound saying, I like what you're doing, dude, here's a pound on me, get yourself a cup of coffee. That is essentially all the £1 tier is. But if you want to be on the name sheet here and get the early access to any of the videos that come up, make sure you're part of the School of Science Superfan tier. Now this, as I said, it gives you early access. It's £3 per month, so it is quite literally no more than a cup of coffee, which is ironic being that the cup of coffee tier is only £1. But yeah, guys, I do apologise that the current system at the moment, we are set still in the 2-week period. Again, just with weather as well as just timings and alongside work and everything like that, it is quite difficult to get things out on a weekly basis. So we are going to be continuing the 2-week periods up until, we're going to say, April to May. That's going to be the time periods I'm looking into. This may go earlier, depending on how things go in the future. But I think April to May, that's going to be the reasonable one, and then everything's going to be back to the weekly schedule until we go back into late October, early November next year. But in any case, guys, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Peace.